The names that built this program are legendary. Lewis, Taylor, Reed, Lourdes, Kosar, Testaverde. And it is with reverence, respect, and excitement that we welcome you to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Duke Blue Devils, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Duke Blue Devils offense will take the first swing of the game. And here he comes, and you may think that you can take a wide receiver out of the game plan, but Jesse, with this guy, he sort of believes, I'm him. I'm the Duke.
Yeah, and he gives defensive coordinators nightmares, too. I swear, when you watch this guy's highlight tape, man, he scares you to death with his speed. He can take the top off the defense. He can change the game, David, on any given play.
And so how many different ways can I continue to give him touches?
Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. He's going for the big play. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
And I know most offensive coaches, they're going to be thrilled taking all these 50-50 shots against man coverage. I don't know, though, if they want to keep testing that defensive back.
Going for the big play. Makes the grab on the right. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. The Blue Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Here comes the option. Now the pitch. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. And the Blue Devils are moving quickly down the field. The give to the tailback. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room. Give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
They don't even consider the 47-yard field goal attempt, and they'll try to pick it up on 4th down and short. Just destroying his way through the field. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Buying some time. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Duke. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So the Miami Hurricane offense takes the field, and they'll have their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Brings up 2nd down. Handoff from the shotgun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. The Canes will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Slips through the line. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Makes the grab. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to run it. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Unleashes one. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Ooh, that boy's got you holding your breath every time he runs the football. So elusive, so fast. He scrambles around, buys time, throws an incompletion, but every incompletion even looks good because he's so exciting to watch.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
He rifles one deep down the right side. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. We're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on 4th down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense napping.
And the Canes are in the hurry-up.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And then coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Touchdown, Canes! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback and wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
A 1st down for the offense. They're going to run it to the right. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And he gets the foot down. It's a catch deep along the left sideline. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. You'll take this every time, 5 yards on the 1st down play. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season?
He's loose. He is smashing people. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
And the Canes want to pick up the tempo.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. That kind of play is just vintage Hurricane receiver play.
I mean, big-time playmakers on the outside. The list is long for Miami, but finding those elite speedsters down in the state of Florida, it's not a hard job.
They get to the line quickly.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all the congestion. You just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Going up top on first down. Ball in the air, intercepted. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. First down here for the offense. He'll start this drive firing. He's going to let it go. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great... Move this field position. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Stopped after making the catch. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Here's the handoff. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback now breaking the field. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Hurricane.
He doesn't need anything to do. He just makes it happen himself. Hey, I'm going to call a pass. You know, I want to throw the ball down the field. Oh, it's not open? Okay. I'm just going to pull it down, make it happen, take it to the house. What a scramble by the quarterback.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. Now on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Henderson. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. He spins that thing down the middle. Oh, picked off. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30. Looking for a productive play on first down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Blasted as he lets it go. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. On second down, looking again to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Line is set on third down. Looking to throw for it. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They'll throw it on first down. That's caught. It's Gallagher. Makes the catch and he's brought down. The hurry up now. Second down. Clock ticking. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Defense just has to do a better job in coverage, guys. They did a great job taking away the quarterback's initial primary target, but then they left that guy completely wide open. Somebody busted on the back end.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And that pass is intercepted. He'll try to take it back. The 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Duke. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play. And he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turning on the Jets, making the big play.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They'll throw it on first down. He's right on target. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. Hit as he throws. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look.
And the quarterback is snowed under. The Hurricanes headed quickly to the line.
Second down coming up.
On second down, he's looking downfield. And that one's too high, too wide, out of bounds and incomplete. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down. And the Hurricanes line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking for a man. It's Henderson. He'll take a deep shot here. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's got a better seat there in South Florida than you? A captivating start to this one. 2 quarters of both sides feeling each other out. And it's likely to come down to which offense can find a way to generate some big plays. Adjustments will be a part of it. Maybe it's time these typically conservative play callers open up the playbook. Nothing crazy, but a calculated risk here and there to try to gain an edge in what's been a stalemate. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in the shadows of South Beach.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33. Things look great with that field position a few plays ago, but now it's 3rd and 6. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. To the air, it's Henderson. Trying to get to it. They get to him as he throws. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Dumps it to the back. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Man, that takes some serious onions. Backed up inside your own 10, and you're going for it on 4th down. No dice. Offense now set up in easy position.
Touchdown, Miami! And that one will give them the lead. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on 1st down from the 44. Going to throw it over the top of the deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Well, the offense trying to hit the dagger route. You see the receiver, he went down the field, stretched it, made it look like it was going to be a go, put his foot in the ground, and tried to cut to the inside. We're just not able to be on the same page there.
Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. The Blue Devils want to move quickly. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and they have a 28-24 lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The defense just lost track of him. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
Quickly complete. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. He's looking to throw. Lofts one high and deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Catch in the middle, it's Torres. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. This offense is starting to believe, and as they generate yards and points, they're bringing momentum with them. Leaves it with the running back. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Might as well stick with him. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Cade.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
31-28.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Paul.
He tries to take the top off. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the... first down.
And this offense has got to find a way to get some gimmicks, some layups, some screens. They need some yak, some yards after the catch. They got to find some guys that can make some plays for this offense because it's just boom or bust. There's not a lot of consistency. They got to put some first downs together, put some drives together, be more consistent.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops.
And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
Late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for...
And he makes the catch at the 25. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. And the Blue Devils are on the move. They'll try the right side. Showing off the arm. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Trying to find his man on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
The pitch. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Duke. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space in the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the fourth quarter.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The Canes come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. And the Canes will call on their punt team. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
Holds and fires complete to the right. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll take the deep shot. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, this guy has had himself a day. Already over 100 yards receiving in the game, so no wonder the quarterback's looking his way, and no wonder the defense now has finally figured out.
Just plowing down the field. He's up to 90 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football. Run the clock. Let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
On the option. He'll pitch it. Hard running there. He steps out of bounds, but not before he has enough to set him up 1st and goal. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Going for 6. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
And the defense is just about out of room to defend. They are back, and he's got it! Touchdown, Blue Devils! That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. He has been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And the Canes will hustle to the line.
And everything's going to have to be downfield. That's a nice start to this drive, but they're going to need to score, get the ball back.
Throws toward the end zone. And here's the third interception of the night. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It doesn't get any better from your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet. It's getting pretty close.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Got him, and nobody's close. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Duke. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
Salt into her wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. Didn't make it any easier on themselves on first down. Now second and long from the 21. He's looking to throw. Makes his connection. Slips, slithers, and jukes his way out to the 26. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on third and long from the 26. Here's a throw downfield late. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His fourth interception. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Line gets set, first down. Takes the handoff, and he's going right.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
He's back to throw on second down. Complete in the middle. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
Defenses have their hands full with him. They just give up a big pass there for a first down, but it's not just the arm you got to worry about, it's his legs too. This guy's top 10 in the nation, total touchdowns scored, and that's why he's in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy.
The Blue Devils trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Now on the option. Now the pitch. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Well, it looked right there like the offense may have had him caught off guard. Jet sweep, almost score the touchdown. He gets tackled at the line.
Second and goal for the offense. He's looking to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils. And the route is on. That score pushes us out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but that's why they're called the hands team. Great job recovering that ball.
The offense lining up for a first down play. He wants to throw. They're setting up the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. He'll come out throwing on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. He couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, just keeps firing. Coming after him. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On fourth down, going to the air. Finds him out of the backfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's got it. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Looking to throw. Makes the catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Hurricane.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense. Continue to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Final minute. This game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement to the future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax.
Snags it down the right side. Open runway ahead. Touchdown, Duke. And the pummeling has started. They stretch this lead here in the fourth, and now they're closing in on their 9th win of the season.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up. And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. He's looking to throw. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
and it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team,